Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. So today's video I'm going to show you, so in today's live session I'll show you how you can use ComfyUI for image generation using a video model, sorry, an image model which is a really amazing image model called as Z Image Turbo. So first of all I'm just gonna tell you to come on my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel called as Grow with AI. And over here, you just have to do one thing. You just have to click subscribe button. If you see a subscribe button and click on it, because I want to reach 500 subscribers. It would be really nice if you can reach 500 subscribers really quickly. So please help me out by subscribing to my channel. And in today's video, I'm just gonna show you how you can do how you can do image generation using Z image model. So what is Z image model? I'll just show you what it is. Let's go on Google and let's click on Z image turbo model. So this is the image model on Hugging Face. So Z image turbo is a distilled version of Z image that matches and exceeds leading competitors with only 8 NFE. So what you can do with Z image model? In Z image model, you can create high quality generations, rich aesthetics, and strong diversity and controllability. Well suited for creative generations, fine tuning, and downstream development. So these are the specifications of Z image model and which type of images you can create on Z image model. So this type of images can be created on it. You can create photorealistic images. You can also create anime kind of images. You can also create, ads kind of a thing on the image model itself. You can also use prompt enhancing and reasoning to create different types of images as shown over here. So Z image model is a model in which you can create amazing images of different categories, may it be cartoonish type, may it be photorealistic type, may it be something completely different like anime kind of a style. So this is how Z image model works. This is its model architecture, and this is the benchmark or the leaderboard, you can say, to text to image model ELO leaderboard. You can see it's ranked 4 out of all these models. So you could say that Z image turbo is a really good model out there to use for image generation. Now let's go on ComfyUI and I'll show you its workflow. So this is my edited workflow which I got from a famous YouTuber who is called as Pixaroma. He creates amazing videos regarding ComfyUI. I'll just show you his channel. It's really good in making amazing Pixo Pixaroma, if I'm not wrong. Yep. So this guy over here creates amazing YouTube videos on how you can use ComfyUI. You can follow its frameworks and workflows it creates in its own videos. I'm not advertising this YouTube channel. I'm just a fellow YouTuber who is showing you a fellow YouTuber who is also does amazing work in ComfyUI. So this guy over here is really good, and I got this workflow from Pixaroma itself. It is a bit edited version because when you go into the templates and click on set turbo image over here, it creates this kind of workflow which is very basic. What I'm showing you here is a bit different because it only uses one model, which also includes the shape tensors and all the clip and VAE. But over here it has three different models. So what I'm using right now is one model which includes all three models, and it's called an all-in-one model. As you can see over here, AIO means all in one. So let's go and click on run and see what happens. So it starts from this step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, and then step 8, which is the last one, which saves the image. Let's space this out a bit so it doesn't look bad. So this is where we will write the prompt, and this is where we will change the height and width. What is this? Keep the width and height between 2024 to 2048. The if you try to make a 2K kind of an image, it will take a lot of time. If you make a 4K, it will take more time than 2K. So you just have to be very clever about which type of resolution you want to keep for the image. If you keep it 90 to 1920 to 1080, it's really good. That's what most of the people use. And yeah, this is our image. This is in our full 16:9 image. If you want to create 9:16, then you just have to change it to 1080 to 1920. I'm also gonna keep. If you want, you can just comment on this live session. If you want this workflow, I'll give you this workflow. If you just let me know in the comments down below if you want this workflow or not. So let's try to create different types of images on the Z Turbo image model. Uh, so these are all the nodes over here. So this is one of the best models out there for image generation. And I also want to mention there are two types of all-in-one models. One is FP8 and one is BF16. So you should, if you have a graphic card which only has 12 GB VRAM, just go with FP8. And if you have more VRAM, maybe around like 16 GB or 20 GB, then just go with the BF16 one, because this BF16 one is a bigger model and it requires more VRAM, and FP8 is kind of a shorter version of the B16 which only requires around 12 GB of VRAM. So as you can see over here, I don't know, it should be 1080 to 1920. It created a square resolution of the image. Why are there so many cracks on the fucking skull, bro? Oh my god, I'm very sorry saying bad words. Let's ask Google Gemini Chat GPT for some prompts for us to test out Z image turbo model. I want to test out the limits and best features of Z image turbo models. So give me some prompts to test out its image generation on ComfyUI. I like response too. Okay, let's go with this prompt. Let's check our image. Why is it in 1920 to 1080? And let's change the prompt and let's click on run. So how this workflow works is that you first load the image model, which is loaded over here, and once it's loaded you connect it to the prompt node, and you also connect it to the VAE decode mode. So what VAE is that VAE model is used for encoding and decoding images and to and from latent space. So this is where the magic really happens. So you have to connect the image model VAE to VAE decode, and it is also connected to the model sampling aura flow. So what this does is that the model used for denoising latent. And all of this is once again connected to the K sampler, and this is also where the magic really happens. It really happens over here, and then once it's decoded here, and then our image is created over here. As you can see, there is a bit of discrepancy in the words over here, but the shops looks really good, as you can see. So that's why I said that image is really good. It creates photorealistic images. That's why it's really nice. Let's say more detailed prompts with keywords. So this is a hyperrealism for human benchmark. Let's check out this one, how it does. So the K sampler is working. Let's check out its photorealistic limit. Let's see how it does. I'm using the prompts to test out Z image turbo and let's see how it does. Wow, this is really amazing. This really looks photorealistic. Man holding a camera. Why is there a prompt of man holding a camera though? Ultra realistic portrait photography. There's too much of useless things written over here. Let's try it once again and let's see if the camera goes away because the camera is not looking good in the image. I don't know why sometimes ChatGPT or like over prompts some things in the words, like there are a lot of keywords which are really useless sometimes in the image prompts, and that's why we have to tweak the prompts as per our basis so that the image is really good. But even though, keeping aside the camera, the image looks really good. It's really good. Let's check out once again what it does. Also, let me know in the comments down below, should I create, like tutorials on ComfyUI just like this and create it as a course or not? Just let me know in the comments. And wow, the camera is gone and this looks really photorealistic. As you can see, there's also a port behind us. I don't know why there is a port behind us. Oh yeah, there should be a boat because we wrote a prompt that there is a old fisherman standing on a foggy harbor dock at sunrise. So obviously there is going to be a boat because we are on the harbor. And this looks good. Let's check out some other prompts. Cyberpunk Mega City Stress Test. Let's check out this one. And let's delete some useless words. Okay. A gigantic cyberpunk metropolis at night during heavy rain, aerial drone view, hundreds of skyscrapers, holographic billboards, flying vehicles, elevated highways, crowded streets, neon signs with a readable English text, realistic reflections in weld asphalt, steam winds, volumetric lighting, cinematic atmosphere, Blade Runner aesthetic, global illumination, ray traced reflections, physical accurate lighting, photorealistic. This looks good. I just need to remove this. Okay, let's click on run and let's see how it does. I really like using ComfyUI because it's really simple to use and you can create a lot of images, and all the images are saved directly into ComfyUI output folder. As you can see over here, all the generations and image generations you do will directly be downloaded completely in a ComfyUI folder called as output. So where is your ComfyUI folder? By default, it is in this PC. See users, your username, and then in documents. And in documents, you will see ComfyUI. And ComfyUI, you will see a folder called as output. And inside output, all the images will be saved. So here's the image going to be done in few seconds. Here we go. It's here. Hmm. Wow, the image looks really nice. There are flying very vehicles. It is not a cyberpunk kind of image, but still it's good. There are skyscrapers, so it is adhering to the prompt. Let's increase the steps. 7. Let's keep the noise as the same. Click on run once again and let's see what it does. CFG. Let's also change CFG to 0.8. So this is why I like using ComfyUI. It's really fast and you don't have to pay online to generate images, like you don't have to pay Mid Journey, you don't have to pay other Clink AI or some type of this AI companies, because you can literally use image generation in your own computer if you have a graphic card. And you can just download ComfyUI and do unlimited generations anytime you want. So this is why ComfyUI is really nice. If you have a graphic card, you can literally create amazing images, and you can do it completely for free. It only uses your computer to, it also uses your graphic card a bit more to help you generate images in whatever images you want. Wow, this looks a bit better than before. Let's also change the CFG to 8, and let's check out another prompt. Give me some more prompts which are very detailed and with keywords. Golden level dragon scene. This looks nice. Let's give this prompt over here. This is kind of like a fantasy kind of, like fantasy kind of uh, image prompt. Let's click on run and let's see how it does. Mhm. So you can also resize the same image node to however big or small you want it to be in. But yeah, this looks really nice. Someone can keep this as their, desktop wallpaper if you want like it. Like it's a high level view, bird's eye view of a city with skyscrapers and neon lights. There are roads with cars, and there are also floating flying cars. I don't know why this flying car has wheels, whereas this flying car doesn't have a wheel. See, you can see over there. So there are some inconsistencies in image model. Every image model has this inconsistency, but I'm using a smaller, Z image turbo model. It's really small. Like if you use the 16 billion parameter Z model, then it would be really more, more better than this model. So there are always models with, like a limited space for limited uses, and there are also models which are really good. They're bigger, but they require more resources because they are big. So if you use a, like a BF16 model, you would need a graphic card which has 16 GB VRAM, which is not actually, it's really pricey to have a graphic card with 16 GB VRAM. It's really costly, and like 12 GB VRAM is for FP8. If you want to run FPBF16 million parameters model, then it would take a lot of time for a graphic card which has, you know, less than 16 GB VRAM. So it would work, but it might also crash if you don't have a good graphic card. So this is one of the expense. Wow, this looks amazing. Look at this. Wow, this looks good. This really looks good. Wow, anyone can keep this as their desktop wallpaper. So yeah, what was I saying is that you don't have to pay AI companies a lot of money to create image generation if you have a graphic card. So if you have a graphic card made by an 8 GB, 12 GB model, you can use smaller AI image models to create images without paying anything or any fee or any monthly subscription. You can just create amazing images as you want as you go on ComfyUI on your desktop itself if you have a graphic card. So that is the expense of using ComfyUI. If you want to use the ComfyUI, you need to have a graphic card. If you don't have a graphic card, then you can't do image generation on your computer. So yeah, but in this age and time, most of the people have graphic card on their computer and they can do ComfyUI basically free on their PC. So yeah. Let's check out this one. Let's check out this last prompt and I'm gonna wrap up the video. If you want this workflow, please let me know in the comments down below. If you want this workflow, you can just comment down I want the workflow and I'll send you this workflow. So you just comment if you want this. This is the last prompt I'm gonna generate and wrap up the video. But this image really looks amazing. Wow. Can also make this zoom image. Look at this. Oh my god. This really looks amazing. I can literally keep this as my desktop wallpaper. Wow. Amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this live session. It was really nice covering a video on Z Image Turbo, which is one of the best and recent models. Really good. As you can see here, yeah, it creates amazing images. And yeah, I don't know why, but I really liked this image it created. I think so. It is also there's one more important thing I want to stress about, but I don't want it to be like very hard to understand. But it is regarding seed. So based on seed, you create the noise. Like it creates the image based on seed. If you have a good seed, it will create a good number, like good image. But you don't know which number is a good seed because it's random. You won't be able to figure out which seed to use because it's random. You don't know which seed number is going to be good for which image. So but yeah, each image refers to a seed number. You can manually set the seed number, but you won't be able to recognize which seed number is best for which image. It's completely random. This all happens in the AI image space, which we really don't know how it works. It has its own chaos in it. We don't have any power related to how AI works in its own space. So yeah, damn, look at this car, it looks amazing. Carbon fiber, maybe. Looks like carbon fiber on the car. So yeah, this is everything from my side. This is what I wanted to cover today. I wanted to show you how Z image turbo models work. It is one of the best models for fast generation. And as I said, there are two different models. One is 10 GB model, which is FP8, and one is 20 GB model, which is PF16. The 20 GB model will only work on video RAM with 16 GB or more, like VRAM, and FP8 will work on, like 8 GB or 12 GB models too, VRAM models. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Kindly like and subscribe to my channel as it helps me a lot. And I'll see you in the next live session in the next Sunday. Bye. Take care.